this past week. There he was on Sirius XM, Major League Baseball Network Radio. Jerry Hairston Jr., analyst for Spectrum Sports LA, joins us now. And Jerry, I know you were around him when you had an opportunity to talk to Fernando. What type of person was he, and do you have anything you could share with any kind of interactions you may have had with him?
Well, first and foremost, Fernando Valenzuela is from Mexico, Sonora, Mexico. That's where my mother is from. So growing up, obviously around the game of baseball, with the history my family's had in this game, my mother always made sure letting us know who Fernando Valenzuela was. I was 4 or 5 years old when Fernando Mania hit in 1981. And you go back and look at it, go ahead and Google it, YouTube it. I don't think there was ever a better start to a career from the pitching side than what Fernando did for the Dodgers. Started out the season 8-0. I think he had a .5 ERA. I think he had 8 complete games to start out his career. Just a guy that, like Ron said it best, brought the Latin community back to LA as far as Dodger fans. The history of the Dodgers, obviously, you go back look at the history, there was some rough go of it, especially with the Latin community, before Fernando arrived. And when Fernando arrived, he took LA, the sports world, not just baseball, the sports world by storm. He was must-see TV. You had to go out and see him. And I'm just telling you, obviously, how he lit the world on fire on the mound. For us, he was our colleague. We do the English broadcast here for the Dodgers. He was one of the voices for the Spanish broadcast for the Dodgers for many years. So I got a chance to rub elbows with him. When I was on Team Mexico in 2009, he was one of our coaches on the staff. An incredible person, humble, and extremely funny. He was both funny in Spanish and English. Always lit up the room. Played golf with him a couple times. Just the banter that we would have. He was definitely unique, man. But, we knew who he was, obviously, as a player, but he never carried himself like that. He was extremely humble. And 63 years is too young, man. Yeah. Way too young. And, we knew that he was sick. He's a very private person. He had worked up until, a couple months ago. And we were just hoping that, we knew he was sick. We were just hoping he would somehow continue to fight, get past it. But obviously, he wasn't unable to do so. And just the hearing of his passing a couple of days ago was crushing.
And Jerry, just his pitching prowess, to have that screwball from the left side, a lot of hitters were interviewed this. They've never seen anything like that. To have that thing come inside and break away like that, just that screwball that he made famous from the other side, from the lefty side.
Yeah, that's the thing. He was unique. The circle change, pitchers still use that, but the screwball is more of a violent circle change. It runs away from the right-handed batter, runs down and into the left-handed batter when he threw it, and it just was a devastating pitch. And guys had a hard time adjusting to it, because he still threw 92, 93 miles an hour, you know what I'm saying? But he would take so much on that circle change or that screwball. He really just embarrassed guys. Embarrassed big league hitters. You know how hard it is to embarrass big league hitters? He did that on a nightly basis. And, he was game-changing. Certainly, obviously an icon here in L.A. And we recently just retired his number. And, it's just been hard, for the Dodgers fans. We lost so many guys, impactful men, not just on the field, but off the field. We learned from them how they went about life, how they attacked life. And, Fernando is just the latest guy that we've lost in such a short amount of time. And he's greatly going to be missed.
Jerry Hairston's our guest on the Right Toyota guest line. Jerry, take me now to the World Series, Dodgers-Yankees. It's exactly what Major League Baseball was hoping to get. The two teams with the two biggest stars in Ohtani and Judge, and the two biggest cities in North America. So from that standpoint, set us up. What do you expect to see? And let's start with Game 1 tomorrow night.
This is two iconic franchises, the New York Yankees against the Los Angeles Dodgers. And not only are they iconic franchises, they're the two best teams in baseball. plenty of star power. And, looking back, I never like to compare eras. It's just so tough to do. Babe Ruth had his era. Hank Aaron, Willie Mays had their era. But if you were a kid, 8, 9, 10 years old right now and watching baseball, you get a chance to see a legend in Aaron Judge of the Yankees go against Shohei Ohtani, an icon for the Dodgers right now in their prime. I mean, when you're a kid, this has to be something that you dream about. So I'm just happy for the game of baseball. The ratings were through the roof in the ALCS as well as the NLCS. I'm just can't wait to see the ratings of the World Series because you're going to have two incredible fan bases, but you're going to also have baseball fan bases that hate both the Yankees and hate the Dodgers.
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to be rooting for those guys to lose. I know a lot of Diamondbacks fans are Yankee fans right now.
Yeah,
who rooting for the Yankees to crush the Dodgers. Padres fans are rooting for the Yankees to crush the Dodgers, and then go back to the Red Sox. They're Dodger fans right now. So I think this is great for the sport of baseball. It's fun, and I'm glad that we're talking baseball. That's something Fernando would want us to do. Hey, enough about me. Let's talk some baseball. Talk about this historic franchises going against each other in the World Series.
So, Jerry, you have a World Series ring in 2009 with the Yankees, but you currently work for the Dodgers, and you played a couple seasons with the Dodgers. Will you even wear your World Series ring when you're doing the Dodger pre and post and everything else that you're doing?
Well, Rock, I'm so glad you brought that up. Because people forget. Everybody knows that I carried the Yankees to a championship.
Yes.
But people fail to forget that I also have a World Series ring with the Dodgers. 2020, I got a World Series ring with the Dodgers, and it was my broadcasting that really helped these guys, say, you know what, I can go out there and do it, perform, and then we won the World Series, and I got a ring.
So, Manuch, how did Jerry get his start?
We got to start with Rock and Manuch.
Yes, it's broadcasting.
Broadcasting.
Did we see any of that ring?
No, we haven't seen any retribution. We haven't seen any commission.
I just remember running to Jerry at the Phoenix Open. I'm like, hey, you want to do some radio hits? And next thing you know, he's in L.A. I mean, geez.
I'll tell you what. I'll show you both rings when we're on the 8th hole, 9th hole at Pebble Beach.
Hey, these are the battle of the Titans, okay?
Yes.
Two?
Is there any flaws? If there's one flaw for the Yankees and there's one flaw for the Dodgers, what would it be? If there is.
Well, listen, they're two great teams. If I'm looking at the Yankees to start, there's some swing and miss there. What I mean by that, there's some strikeouts. They played the Royals and they played the Guardians. Now, good teams, but no disrespect to them. They're not the Dodgers, man. And they hit 230 as a team. And if that continues, I think if they struggle against the Guardians pitching and against the Royals pitching, I would figure the Dodgers collectively have tougher pitchers. So I think maybe the batting average even takes a dip even further. So I'm interested to see about our pitchers going against the Yankees hitters, how they're going to be navigating that lineup. On the flip side, the Dodgers, can they get linked out of their starting pitching? That's the key. If they get linked out of their starting pitching to set up the bullpen, I like the Dodgers' chances in this World Series.
And being a St. Louis Cardinal fan, who was the scout that highly recommended Tommy Edman to make that trade because he's been phenomenal, all 5'10" of them with the power he has?
Tommy is a throwback, man. Just a ball player. Love the way he plays the game. He's a contact guy, not looking for the home run, but as you know, he's got some stuff in that bat. He can play shortstop, center field, anywhere all over the diamond. Just a guy that's very unassuming, but make no mistake about it. When he steps in the batter's box, he means business. He plays hard. Really a perfect fit to complement Mookie Betts, Shohei Ohtani, and Freddie Freeman.
Hey, Jerry, what's the status with Freddie Freeman at first base? He's good to go. Is that right?
He says he's good to go. He will be in there game 1 tomorrow night. He'll be starting.
Jerry, thank you, buddy. Enjoy the ride. Hopefully we can catch up with you next week. Thanks for the time.
Anytime, guys.
You got Jerry Hairston Jr. Of course, he is a World Series champion with both the Dodgers and the Yankees. He did carry that 2009 team.
Right.
And he was a hell of a broadcaster in 2020 for the Dodgers.
I think A-Rod carried
Hey,
that
we need a contestant to challenge one of the Twin Peaks girls here at the Scottsdale location. We need caller number 5 at 602-260-9191. That's 260-9191. playing for a man card. You go Vikings at Rams, West Virginia at Arizona, and Cardinals and Dolphins. Those are 3 games. If we have time, we'll squeeze in Rock's bad dad jokes. That's next. Fox Sports 910.
Kick off football season with Rock.